the highest career passing efficiency rating, highest career passing yards per attempt, and the highest career total yards per play in NCAA history. So yeah, Tua's pretty damn good. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Anthony Bruno Show. I am Anthony Bruno. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, especially if you're a football fan and love the NFL, because in this video, I'm going to break down the top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves. There's always a lot of movement in the NFL offseason, and several teams are moving into the future with new quarterbacks. So let's talk about it and see which teams made the best decisions. So let's go. Alright, coming in at number 5 on my list of the top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves is simply the Chargers moving off of Philip Rivers. It was about damn time. Rivers had a great career with the Chargers, throwing for over 59,000 yards, 397 touchdowns, 8 Pro Bowls, but he only won 5 playoff games in 14 years as the Chargers starting quarterback. And last year was bad, guys. I mean, he's always been slow and unathletic, but he looked totally washed last season. I mean, he looked like a 55-year-old recreational touch football quarterback out there. Derwin James was injured most of the season, and the Chargers had a bad offensive line, but Rivers had Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry, Austin Eckler, and Melvin Gordon, and still went 5-11 and threw 20 interceptions. It was time to bid farewell to Rivers. He's going to be 39 years old in December, and when it comes to his new team, I like the Colts organization. I think they have a good offensive line and some solid offensive weapons, so I'm sure they're going to find a way to make Rivers successful, but that dude just doesn't have much left in the tank. And now the Chargers have their new powder blue home jerseys, one of the best jerseys in all of sports. They're moving into their new stadium. They're starting fresh. They just drafted Justin Herbert, and they have a solid veteran quarterback in Tyrod Taylor, who I think is going to do a nice job holding down the fort as they prepare Herbert to be the quarterback of the future. So good on the Chargers for finally moving off Philip Rivers. All right, moving along now. Coming in at number 4 on my list of the top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves is the Bears trading for Nick Foles. So in late March, the Bears dealt a 4th-round pick to the Jags for Foles, and then at the beginning of May, Chicago declined the 5th-year option on quarterback Mitchell Trubisky, meaning it's pretty likely that 2020 will be Trubisky's final season as a member of the Bears. And good on Chicago for finally admitting defeat here. Trubisky sucks, guys. There's no other way to put it. Chicago traded up to take him 2nd overall in the 2017 draft. Yes, the same draft that Patrick Mahomes, the most talented quarterback I have ever seen play football, went 10th overall, and Deshaun Watson, now one of the best QBs in the league, went 12th. So just a brutal situation for Bears fans. But I like Nick Foles. He's 31 years old now, and we've seen him do some pretty cool things in the NFL. He had that record-tying 7-touchdown game, and then, of course, led the Philadelphia Eagles to their first Super Bowl championship in franchise history a couple years ago. And I think he's still a good quarterback. He has a great arm. He likes to push the ball downfield and be aggressive. And he obviously doesn't have the athleticism of Trubisky, but he's a way better decision maker than Trubisky. And another thing that I like about this move is that Foles has familiarity with Matt Nagy, who was the Chiefs' offensive coordinator in 2016 when Foles was with KC, and the Bears' new offensive coordinator, Bill Lazor, was the Eagles' quarterbacks coach in 2013 when Foles threw for 27 touchdowns and just 2 picks. And if Matt Nagy can go 20-12 in 2 seasons with Trubisky, there is absolutely no reason why he can't be successful with Nick Foles. All right, coming in at number 3 on my list of the top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves is the Dolphins drafting Tua Tagovailoa. And listen, I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. I think he's going to be a great NFL quarterback, but I'm even more excited for the Dolphins, who drafted Tua 5th overall in the 2020 NFL Draft. I first saw Tua when he competed on Elite 11, proving that he was the best high school quarterback in the country, winning Elite 11 MVP. And then he obviously had a fantastic college career at Alabama, winning the national title in 2017, 69% completion percentage, an 87-11 touchdown to interception ratio. And then he also had the highest career passing efficiency rating, highest career passing yards per attempt, and the highest career total yards per play in NCAA history. So yeah, Tua's pretty damn good. The only concern with Tua is his durability, especially after dislocating his hip in November 2019, the injury that ended his college career. And it's not like a torn knee ligament. You know, guys, hip injuries are a different beast, so it remains to be seen how Tua is actually going to look when he returns to game action. But listen, he's insanely talented. He's only 22 years old, so I believe that he's going to overcome this injury and have a great NFL career. And he has the ability to be the best quarterback the Dolphins have had since Dan Marino. If it wasn't for the hip injury, Tua probably would have went first overall to the Bengals. And also, one other little thing I want to point out, it doesn't really mean anything, but I love that Tua wore a suit on draft night. A lot of the other draft picks, especially in the first round, besides like Tua and Justin Jefferson, were just lounging at home in their comfortable clothes. But my man Tua was there looking professional as hell, decked out in his beautiful draft day suit. All right, coming in at number 2 on my list of the top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves is the Saints signing Jameis Winston. After the Bucs moved on from Jameis and replaced him with Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, as you can see hanging on the wall behind me, Jameis signed a 1-year, $1.1 million deal with the 3-time defending NFC South champion Saints to be the backup to Drew Brees, unless you actually think Taysom Hill is going to be the number 2. And listen, Jameis is a former first overall pick. He's still only 26 years old and just came off a season where he led the NFL with over 5,000 passing yards and became the first quarterback in NFL history to throw 30 touchdowns and 30 picks. He hasn't been a good decision maker both on and off the field in his NFL career, but the dude is talented and lands in a great situation. He gets to learn from one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time every single day in Drew Brees. That is insanely valuable, and of course he also gets to learn from one of the most brilliant offensive minds in head coach Sean Payton. And listen, the Saints are a great team. They have a great culture, a great leadership group in place, and Jameis is obviously going to have some really good offensive weapons in Michael Thomas, Alvin Kamara, and Emmanuel Sanders. Teddy Bridgewater went 5-0 last season as the Saints starter after Drew Brees got injured, so there's no reason to believe Winston can't have similar success in New Orleans. And Jameis can finally see now. He finally addressed his vision issues in the offseason, getting LASIK eye surgery. I have no idea why he didn't just wear contacts before, but Jameis is still young enough and talented enough that he could land another starting job in the very near future. All right, we have now reached number 1 on my list of the top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves, and it's Tom Brady joining the Bucs. But I'll be honest, at first, I thought the best decision for Brady was to just stay put in New England. He could have spent his entire career with the same organization, same head coach, and the same offensive system he's so used to operating at such a high level. But clearly, Brady grew tired of Belichick and his inability to surround him with legit offensive weapons. And you know what? I think Brady just got to a point where he wasn't enjoying himself anymore in New England. And I think Brady has landed in the perfect situation. I love Bruce Arians. He's one of my favorite head coaches in the NFL. He's an offensive genius and has a great track record of elevating quarterbacks. Big Ben, Andrew Luck, Carson Palmer, and he got Jameis Winston to lead the league in passing yards and finish second in touchdown passes last season, and Jameis couldn't even see properly. And Brady has all the support in the world now. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin at wide receiver, O.J. Howard and his buddy Rob Gronkowski at tight end, and the Bucs drafted Tristan Wirfs in the first round, the offensive lineman out of Iowa, to help protect Brady. They have a solid defense, and on top of that, Bruce Arians now has a quarterback he can rely on. He just wants a guy back there who's going to make the right decisions, not turn the ball over, and push the ball downfield and make plays when he needs to. I can't wait to see how Brady performs this year without Bill Belichick and vice versa. But based on the situation he's walked into in Tampa, I think Brady, who's going to be 43 years old this year, is going to have a great season. He's going to feel reinvigorated, and he's going to lead the Bucs to the playoffs for the first time since 2007. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Let me know what you think of my top 5 NFL offseason quarterback moves. and whether you agree or disagree with any of my thoughts and opinions. And as always, I would really appreciate it if you like the video, share it on social media, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, especially if you're a sports fan and want to see more content like this. It would really help me out. So that does it for this video, and I will see you guys next time.